Yeah, live from the Microsoft booth. I'm going to connect with Arnaud Sliwa. He's the CEO of Wegrow. It's a French startup focusing on best practices. So how do you help company scaling their best practices?
Yeah, so we industrialize the sharing and the scaling of best practices. From my side, it came out as a frustration because I worked for 15 years in Danone and then in General Mills, so I was global business unit director. And in those big companies, we were the champions of the world at reinventing the wheel. There was always a good reason that I'm in Spain, the best practice from Canada is not adapted to me, or I don't know what's happening. So we created an AI machine to go and extract best practices from local markets, push it to the market that needs it, and industrialize with the share and reapply of best practices in marketing, sales, and supply chain.
So today, who are your customers? Who are your clients?
We usually work with global companies, so a lot of FMCG, for example, Danone, Nestlé, Kraft Heinz, Mars. Luxury companies like LVMH, within VivaTech today is one of our clients, or Puig. Pharmaceutical, group like Bayer or Danone, and the hardware like Hewlett-Packard. Always companies that have got a global footprint, and where if a best practice go from one market to 5 or 10, it creates millions of synergies.
Why? I mean, how do you benefit from the partnership you have with Microsoft Gen AI?
We realized something from the very early beginning. We are the small fish, and Microsoft is a big whale, a great whale, but we need to be able to integrate them. So with Gen AI, we did two things. Full integration in Copilot, in Viva, in Microsoft Teams, because it makes the user journey much easier. And then the second thing is to do dedicated agent. So Copilot doesn't have the purpose to answer every business question in a very contextualized way. So we create agents for marketing, sales, supply chain that add the value that the users get from Copilot or Viva.
Could you list a little bit of the savings companies working with Wegrow make, actually?
So the first step is to please the local teams, because they are the ones that are always burdened. Sharing a best practice before Wegrow was taking 1 hour to 1 hour and a half. Post Wegrow, it takes 3 minutes. So that's a huge saving on a weekly basis that is operated on the local teams. And then for clients, we follow 5 to 10 projects that are faster in terms of time to market every month. As an example, Nestlé has launched a pack in France, reusing a best practice from the UK, and they launched it in 6 weeks instead of 3 months. And when you have a product that does 10 or 15 million of gross margin on a yearly basis, this impact can then be 1 or 2 million every time there is a reuse happening.
How do you see Wegrow in 2 to 3 years?
More agent, more precise to go faster from knowledge to action. So we are developing agents, for example, so that you can brief your marketing agency faster, do a client presentation faster, or do a supply chain briefing faster. And we also want to propose, in VivaTech, we spoke to a lot of bank, insurance, construction company, so to also extend the industries that can beneficiate from our approach.
Well, thank you so much, Arnaud, and all the best for Wegrow. Back to you, Molly.